This is my shorts channel that went viral in just 7 days, and I'm here to prove that it was not luck. So in this video, I'm opening a brand new channel and I will make it go viral in just 7 days so you can start doing the same. But for this to work, we need to start at the beginning. Selecting a niche. I already have decided on my niche, which is about SpongeBob. I know you might think that SpongeBob is just for children, but I have found this channel called Shower with SpongeBob, and you can see how many views their recent shorts have gotten. But we aren't just going to copy their content because there's already so many other channels doing this. From just doing some research on TikTok, I noticed this trend about SpongeBob fan theories, and their views are insane. Another check I've done is come across to YouTube, and you can see that there is similar demand across long form and shorts. So with this information, I think we can create our own niche, which is taking the existing viral fan theories and then using AI voiceovers of SpongeBob to create our own mini episodes. And this is all in efforts to entertain fans to make us go viral. I have had success before using AI voiceovers over on my Ultras channel, which was focused on AI voiceovers of football players. So I don't see why this topic of fan theories would perform any different. Opening a channel. The YouTube channel that I will be using is an old account that was active in the past. Having an aged YouTube channel that is at least 1 week old is essential to get views. Since my account is old, we need to do some updates. Firstly, the name. I like to name my channel something relevant to my niche, so I'm going to call this Bikini Bottom Stories, because SpongeBob lives at the bikini bottom. Okay, now our username is updated, we need to create channel assets to give a brand to our channel. I recommend only dedicating 15 minutes to creating these assets. Okay, the 18 minutes is done. We went slightly over time, but the banner looks like this and the profile picture looks like this. Coming to my channel though, it's always a very humbling experience starting from basically zero. And I want to get this message across to you. Every single time I start a new channel, it's from a point like this. Don't think I have some special tricks that I don't tell you about. This whole thing of making money from YouTube Shorts is on a fair playing ground. It's just whether you have the experience and knowledge to grow your channel, and you can only gain this by trying different experiments just like this. So I really recommend that you do something like this where you select a niche and try and make it work, because eventually it will. Short creation. It's time to get serious now. It's now time to create our first short. And this is the most important step because it's actually how we go viral. And I'm going to try speed run this. I wrote my script by downloading a script from a fan theory that I found on TikTok, and this formed the basis of my script. I had to be creative though, because it had to be written in SpongeBob's perspective. Following that, we moved into video editing, which started off by generating a SpongeBob voiceover. Then I went to TikTok to find clips. Using TikTok to find clips is so underrated for faceless content because all the content is already edited for you. I then cut up all the clips together and then added a SpongeBob style, like for example, these cool transitions. Finally, I finished off the short with sound effects and then captions. And that whole process took me just under 2 hours. I know that it's a long time, but when you're creating your first short in a new niche, the entire process is still new to you. I know this time will pay off though, because I'm creating high quality content. But it is time to put my money where my mouth is. It's upload time. I already have named my title something relevant to my video. For descriptions, we're just going to reword our title and then add a hashtag shorts. Next, I need to select that this content is not made for kids, so I don't end up on YouTube Kids. Now, tags. These are important if you're uploading your first short, so I'm just going to add some that are relevant to SpongeBob. And now, we just wait. It's day 2 and we actually got some good results. We got just over 12,000 views, which is the best case scenario for the first 24 hours on your first short. We still can't see our retention though, because they come in after being live for 24 hours. But more importantly, we got over 100 subscribers from just 12,000 views, which is actually average. I know you might think that this is high, but when you're creating unique content that can only be found on your channel, you actually get people wanting more of your content. What a surprise. My short is still getting views though, so I don't want to create or upload my next short yet, as each time I upload a short, I want to maximize my reach. For example, this short could still go on and get 50,000 views. So it's really just a waiting game over the next 1 to 2 days to see how the short performs, and if it starts to flatline in views, that is when we create our next short. This concept of giving your short time to breathe is something I've been helping members in my private shorts coaching understand. So far, the results from my private coaching have been been insane. Take Sade for example. I took him from a creator that was struggling to even gain 1,000 views and about to give up to now generating over 20 million views and over $1,000 per week. I make results possible for my coaching members because you get access to unreleased niches that will make you go viral on literally your second upload. You also get access to weekly coaching calls and private messages with myself where I give you channel audits and show you what to do to start going viral. There is so much more value that I haven't mentioned today in my coaching, and there's so much more proof that I can show you of my expertise actually getting results. If you are interested, my website is linked below if you want to learn more.
Day 3.
Alright, the short is still getting views. We are sitting at 16,000 and I still haven't started my second short yet because this short still has not flatlined. But what I want to draw your attention to is our retention stats. Even though our short is 41 seconds long, we are still getting a very high average view duration of 36 seconds. Next time I create my short though, I do want to start creating longer shorts closer to the maximum of 59 seconds so I can increase this metric even higher, as this metric alone is the sole reason why any YouTube short goes viral.
Day 6.
I know we did miss a few days. I just got sidetracked with a few different projects, but we are now here to make a comeback. The good thing is though, is our first short has now flatlined, which means it's now time to create our second short. I got straight into creating a short without messing around. The script took me just over 15 minutes. It was much faster this time because it was about the Krabby Patty formula, which is a very popular topic. Then it was back into editing. I created my voiceover, opened it in Premiere Pro. I sourced most of my clips from YouTube this time because I was now speaking about specific episode scenes. I did sound effects, transitions, and captions, and then it was done in 1 hour and 30 minutes. It's a great feeling finishing this second short because I think we have a viral short on our hands. Firstly, the hook. It is very believable and it immediately confirms what the fan theory is about. And I found the perfect clip to match. And I will show you it right now.
Mr. Krabs, I know the secret ingredient for the Krabby Patty.
You better shut your mouth right now and come.
Wait.
And I will play you the original clip right now.
Mr. Krabs, I know I put pickles on that Krabby Patty.
That $2 is coming out of your paycheck.
Wait.
As you can see, my hook is very engaging to the audience. They actually think it happened. Besides from the hook, the short is much longer now. It currently sits at 49 seconds, and this will help us achieve a much higher AVD compared to our first short. And finally, the video topic. As I mentioned, we are speaking about the Krabby Patty formula, which I think will appeal to a much wider audience compared to our first short, which was about SpongeBob getting married. But there's only one way to find out. It's time to upload our short, and I am slightly nervous about how this short is going to perform, because this entire video that you're watching right now is dependent on how this single short performs. Like, if this short goes on to get 0 views, I'm going to look like that I don't know what I'm talking about. But let's see in the next couple of days if I actually know what I'm talking about.
Sponsored segment.
If you open a merch store or sell digital products online, I do recommend today's sponsor, .store domains. Creators like Mr. Beast and iShowSpeed have built incredible brands, and they choose .store domains because it makes it easy for fans to find their merch. It's so important to not have some long link that has no value, because as a creator, your name is your brand. Get your custom name on a .store domain today for $1 using my link listed on screen and linked below.
Day 7.
It's been 1 day since uploading our second short, and I have some results to show you. As you can see, our second short is performing better than our first, but if I go into the analytics, you will see how positive the chart is looking. We got 1 push into the algorithm, just like our first short, but we are starting to see some great movement after the first 24 hours, where our views are starting to go exponential. I am familiar with this type of movement, like every single one of my viral shorts in the past has had this breakout pattern. For example, take my last channel, Ultras. My view chart in the first few days looked something like this, and it went on to get over 10 million views. So as you could expect, I am very excited to see where the short is going to take us. Besides our views though, our short got 69 subscribers hours, which is currently less than our first short. Our AVD is slightly lower than our first short, but you need to remember that this short is slightly longer, sitting at just under 50 seconds. Regardless of this though, I do hope it increases as we start to get more views. Our first short is still flatlined in views, which is okay, but one thing I wanted to show you is the comments on our new short. You can see how much engagement we are getting, which is great. I'm not saying that you should try get a high number of comments because that doesn't affect how many views you get. It's just a good sign that you are engaging with the right audience. Something else that is really positive for when we start worrying about monetizing our channel is our audience tab. If we come down to my geographies, you can see that the United States is 50%. I have never seen this rate on any of my channels, and what it means is that we will achieve a very high RPM when we monetize our channel. What's even better though is the top 4 countries are also typically very high paying RPMs. But just like my first short, I'm going to let the short breathe and perform. It's day 12 now, which means we are beyond the first 7-day period. But all of the work for the channel was completed in the first 7, so please forgive me. Regardless though, the short has been performing very well. We are sitting at 43,000 views and the short has been consistently pushed into the algorithm every hour. We have had hours as high as 1,000 all the way down to 80 views. Once again, we are seeing this exponential growth on our chart, which is a very promising sign. As hoped, our AVD has increased as we have gotten more views. And overall, this performance is very promising. And I'm very excited to see how this short is going to perform over the coming days, because I think there's only going to be one outcome, which is hundreds of thousands of views.
The following day.
So our channel just received the worst notification that you can receive on YouTube besides being completely removed. And let me show you. Our content got an age restriction, which means our content can only be found on YouTube Kids now. And let me show you the impact that this has had on our views already. Our short immediately flatlined after getting 50,000 views, and our views per hour has basically gone to 0. I do have the chance to appeal this decision, and I will, because I obviously didn't create this content just for children. I saw TikToks, shorts, and long form videos about the fan theories that weren't just for younger audiences. And I am confused about this because our first short was not flagged, but I have submitted the appeal and we can only wait and hope now. So the appeal got rejected. And now you can see where our shorts channel has ended up today. Our second short ended up getting over 200,000 views since it was eventually pushed into the shorts feed after getting that initial age restriction. And honestly, based on my intuition, this was a short that had so much potential, like getting that initial movement after the first 24 hours and then pushing on to over 50,000 views. To me, this channel has been a failure though. Some might consider 200,000 views in 7 days as a great result, but the reality with me is that I always plan to get millions of views within the first week of creating a shorts channel. But whether you're being faced with a situation like this or you're getting 0 views, there is always a silver lining. Like if you open a channel and it just flops, you still had the experience that you can reflect on and learn. Was your niche just too competitive and saturated? Did you actually use retention techniques to edit your shorts? These are the types of questions that you need to reflect on. What I learned from this channel was that if you're creating content that could be for whatever reason considered for children, you must put this in your channel description. It is something that I have been noticing in any large channel that creates content that could be considered for children. If you want to get over 200,000 views on your second short uploaded, or even over 10 million views like I have done in the past, using the link below, you can learn about my private shorts coaching and you can see all the results I have achieved for all of my members.